Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you like it here, please press the red subscribe button and become part of this family as we dive into these crazy stories, interesting and fun at times together. So please subscribe so you don't miss anything that I upload on my channel. Okay, thank you. Now let's get into this story. The title goes, Am I wrong for hiding this from my husband? Hello guys, I need your advice. So 5 years ago, I, female 32, married my husband. Let's call him Mark, 32. We have known each other since we were teenagers. He and his family moved to our neighborhood when I started high school, and that's how he and I met. Mark has always been a very good-looking guy, very focused on his studies and his future, and always had plans for the said future. Never really got into any funny business, no matter how hard we tried to get him to do naughty things. He was a straight A student and was basically the kind of child that all parents dream of and the kind of guy most girls want. Mark, however, had a twin brother. Let's call him Louis, 32. Louis was a complete opposite of Mark, but though he wasn't a straight A student, he was getting good grades at school. But he was excellent in sports and even more handsome than Mark and taller. And as you might have guessed it, he was every high school girl's dream boy, but he was a bad boy. Always always in trouble and dating 1,001 girls. We all became a group of 8 friends and we were very close. Mark was the one who tried his best to keep us in line. Very soon after meeting, Mark showed interest in me, but I wanted his brother, though I knew I couldn't be with him because I wanted commitment and I knew Louis would not give me the commitment I wanted. He flirted with me a lot, but never actually did anything. To cut a very long story short, in senior year, Mark asked me out for the 100th time, and I finally gave in and we went on a date. We started dating and he immediately told his parents and I told mine, and it became serious very quickly. But this was what we both wanted. I was long over Louis, his brother, or at least that's what I thought or told myself. A few months after starting dating, his brother Louis kept coming on to me, and he did this for the rest of senior year. On prom night, I finally gave in, and unfortunately, my giving in to the feelings went as far as us hooking up. Wow. And this was my first time. That was very easy to do. He obviously had many girls before me. Mark and I were saving ourselves for marriage. I regretted doing that to him, but Louis didn't seem to care much. He just said what he doesn't know won't hurt him because we won't tell him. We continued to act like normal, but whenever Louis would break up with one of his many girls, we would occasionally do the deed, and I knew it was wrong, but I just couldn't stop myself. Of course you could, you just chose not to stop yourself. Come now, girl. I didn't love him. I really loved Mark, but I needed Louis in the way he was showing up for me. Really, girl? Okay, we believe you. And after the first time with Louis, I kept begging Mark to do it, but he was stern on waiting for marriage. After high school, Louis went abroad to study, and as he said, he wanted to experience other cultures, and they came from a rich family, so they could afford to send him there. Mark and I stayed within our country, but went to the best university together. I didn't see Louis for a whole 3 years, because whenever he would come home for holidays, I'd be away and I kind of forgot about him. Mark and I were going strong, and by the end of our first year in university, we had started to do the dance, and it was amazing. We were thriving in both school and our personal lives. We got married while in third year, and that's thanks to our parents' money, and we were happy. Louis came to our wedding. He was still a flirt, but he didn't do much because he came with his girl, so he wasn't doing much. 3 years after that, Louis moved back home, got a high-rise apartment, and was still the same F-boy he was in high school. Always speaking about how he could never settle down because he won't be tied down by nobody. We would see each other occasionally for family and sibling dinner with their other siblings and mine, and we were pretty close. But one night, Mark went on a work trip out of town, and Louis showed up at my doorstep, confessing his undying love for me, saying how it's my fault that he couldn't settle because no woman could come close to me as I set the bar too high. I don't think you set the bar too high. If you slept with him while you were dating his brother, that's not setting the bar too high. But anyway, let me not be a Judge Judy. I chased him out and told him to forget about it because I'm with his brother and we are happy, but he didn't stop. He kept texting, calling, coming over until I found myself in his arms again. My goodness. And we have been seeing each other on the side since. Funny thing is, after I gave in, he stopped talking about wanting to be with just me. He calls and comes over for a hookup, because that's what you are. You are his hookup buddy, nothing more. And that's it. Now I fell pregnant and gave birth to twin boys. We initially thought they were my husbands. Sorry about that. We initially thought they were my husbands, but it turned out they were Lewis's. And I haven't been okay since finding out. Lewis is fine with Mark being their dad because he doesn't want and never wanted kids. But I feel it's unfair for us to lie to him about this too. I want to tell Mark, but how do I do that without being hated by the whole family and my kids end up not having a paternal family because of my mistakes? How would I be wrong to keep this secret from my hubby, from the rest of our lives? The kids look like him, I guess because they are twins. I guess because he and Louis are twins and they look exactly the same, though their personalities are different. Oh, I forgot to mention that after finding out the kids are his, Louis wants nothing to do with me physically. He has now just become a brother-in-law. The twins are almost 2 years now. Would I be wrong for continuing to keep the secret? Ma'am. That's why it's wrong. I don't know. It's wrong. Please comment down below and let us know what you think of this story. What would you do if you were in her shoes, and what would you want her to do if you were her husband, and you didn't know that you were basically raising somebody else's kids? Comment down below.